numbers, which will be the input array, and it will not contain any duplicate values, and a target number. The target number means the target sum. So we need to find all unique combinations in candidates where the candidate number sums to the target. The same repeated number may be chosen unlimited number of times. All the numbers will be positive, and the solution set must not contain duplicate combinations. Okay, so consider this example like 2 3 6 7, and the target equals to 7. So the solution set is 7 and 2 comma 2 comma 3. So like if we add the elements inside this set, we'll get our target sum 7. Again consider this candidate 2 comma 3 comma 5, and target is 8. So the output will be the solution set. We can have single element unlimited number of times, and the result must contain the vectors in sorted manner as per the number. Okay, so I'll be using C++. Let's start. We need to return vector inside vector. Okay, like list inside list we need to return, and the arguments are like the values are the candidates and the target. So the first step will be like to create a user defined function which will contain all the details that will help me to solve this problem, and I'll be solving this in a separate function. Like all the logic I'll be writing in a separate function in order to have an organized code. So inside this I'll be passing candidates, then target, then index, like from which position I'm going to start with. Then I'll be having the size of this candidates. Okay, yeah. So I'll pass this size. Then I'll pass a vector which will be containing this answers. So I'm going to pass this vector and going to pass this answer vector. Okay, so two vectors I'll be passing in this helper function. So this is the vector which will contain these elements, and the next will be the answer vector which will be vector inside vector, as we need to return, as our return type is this. Okay, so I'm going to pass this in our helper function. Okay, and at last it will return this result which will be containing our answer vector. Now I'll be creating my helper function, and I'll pass all the details: candidate, target, index, like from which position I'm going to start my logic, size, then this current vector. I'll pass the reference and this result vector. So I need to have a change in my past vectors. So that's why I'm using reference of this result. Okay. Okay. Now there will be base case. The base case is very simple. Like if my target is negative, so what I need to do, I need to just return. Like I'll not explore further, I'll just return. If my target reaches to 0, it means that yes, like with the help of the elements inside input array, what I have done is like I have subtracted those elements from the target, and finally I reached to 0. It means that those elements are considered as an answer vector. So what I will do is like inside my result, I'll do push back the current vector. So this current vector will be containing this 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 2, and with C. Suppose the target is 8. So what I will do is like 8 minus 2, the remaining sum is 6. 8 minus 2, the remaining sum is 4. Like it will use this technique, and at last the target will turn to 0. It means the vector which helped me to reach to the target will be considered as an answer vector. So that's why I'm going to pass this current vector in our answer vector. Now I'll do return like traverse if there are further more elements in our input array. Okay, so there will be a loop and it will move up to n. Like there are n number of elements in our input array now, so that's why it will move up to n, and target minus of index must be greater than equals to 0. So the element, like for example target is 8, 8 minus 2, 6, it is greater than equals to 0, then go inside this loop and recur for next. Okay, so if it is there, so I'll consider this in my current vector. So I'll pass candidates in my current vector. Okay, now I'll recur for the next element, candidates. Now my target reduced to target minus candidates of index. Index will be same, like we can consider the same element unlimited number of times. Okay, now after that I need to have increment in my index to consider for the next element and so on, and I'll do pop back for backtracking purpose. Okay, so this is it. So I need to pass the position, like start with 0. I'll start with this first element. Yeah. Okay, so I need to sort it. Like the output will be in sorted form. So I'll use sort inbuilt function. Okay, I'll do submit. So this is all about combination sum problem.